Sean here in the very heart of London, and today I thought I'd sort of take you on a bit of a trip down memory lane, because if like me you're fascinated by those films, you know the ones where they have the sort of B movie and they're everybody with a late night club. You know, they always suggest, don't they, let's go to the late night club, let's go to my club. Champagne, furs, diamonds, they're all abound with gorgeous women, men in dinner suits looking impeccable. And where are these clubs? Normally in the centre of London. Now, way back in the late 50s, early 60s, London had a plethora of these nightclubs. And they were the sort of places that really royals and showbiz royalty did frequent, including the late Princess Margaret, showbiz royalty, and the likes of Judy Garland, Shirley Bassey, you name it. But the true story was they were really run by the London underground, the gangsters. And this particular one here that you look in the door of now, which is Dior and Chanel, was none other than Churchill's Club. Nothing to do with the late Prime Minister, I might point out. But it was one of those notorious places that if you were seen in it, it was scandalous. But more importantly, if you were not seen in it, it was equally scandalous because it was the hottest place to be. So what made this particular venue so good? Well, it had burlesque, dancing girls, gambling, the finest champagne, great food, and as I say, a dedicated real sort of clientele that everybody wanted to be seen with, or at least know that they've been there. Now what's interesting about this club, it also starred for a short period none other than a man who became a superstar here in the United Kingdom, the brilliant Danny LaRue. Now, when he appeared here, alongside other clubs like his own up the road and Winston's, he was really just starting out. He wasn't what they call a drag act, he was a female impersonator, a comic, but nonetheless rather notorious. Now, as he pointed out, you could look out into the audience and literally see anybody, really, from royalty, as I say, to great showbiz names. Anybody who was filming here was spotted there. They seemingly didn't seem to care that the club was run by these two individuals, two very famous gangsters. The times and styles changed, sadly, for these clubs, and one by one they were slowly closed down. They were changed really because they were now big international clubs that other stars could simply get more money for. Bigger auditoriums, you know, like 2,000-seater clubs, like the notorious Batley Variety Club in West Yorkshire, yes, and places like Greasborough in South Yorkshire, which had big names appearing there, like superstar Hollywood icon Jane Mansfield, none less, yes, for £20,000 a week. So you can understand the reason why, while these clubs were elitist and exactly ideal for the centre of London, people's moods, times were changing. Most of the owners by this point had either gone to jail or simply died, no doubt through exhaustion. The revival of the London club really came back in the 1980s, all thanks to another man, which I'll tell you about in another video, Peter Stringfellow, otherwise known affectionately as Stringy. He created not one, but two iconic nightclubs here in the very heart of London, which saw the 1970s and 80s soar with superstars appearing on his stages and making it all so glamorous all over again. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.